What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Double F Outdoors. This is Chasing the Elites, episode 7, I believe. This is the Table Rock Tournament recap. I'm hoping this video is going to be really long. I don't have all the gear I used. I've already cut some off because I've been fishing. I'm shooting this recap video almost a week and a half after the tournament. I really let my mind kind of settle and just thought on the tournament and just kind of my thoughts on it. And I kind of shared a little bit in the tournament video. I'm on those like day of recaps, but not a whole lot to dive really deep into this time though. Just a really disappointing tournament. You know, I knew after the first one it was gonna be really hard for me to qualify for the regional in the Ozark division. That weekend just kind of solidified my outside looking in fate. You know, it's a tough division, a lot of good fishermen, and it just didn't pan out. You know, we're gonna finish the year out. We win, we're in, so we can still get into the regional. Got to put on a good showing at Truman. I'm gonna go back to Table Rock, I think, this summer and rent a boat and just try to, you know, fish some things that I think could have been in play that we didn't spend a lot of time on. But you know, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time. You know, both days were good. Day one, I had a really good boater. He squeaked out a limit barely at the end of the day, and we were around a lot of fish, just not a lot of keepers, I think. You know, I caught 10 or 11 fish that day. Not very. There's a couple of them were on camera, but I caught a lot of fish, and I caught them on a plethora of things. I caught them on swim baits. I caught them on a crankbait, chatterbait, spinnerbait. I had a bite on quite a few baits. And the one that was my primary, I don't have it with me. It's out in the John boat right now, but I caught a lot of fish on a Googan bait Saucy swimmer, just with a little half-ounce VMC swim bait head. I'm gonna share that link below, so the color, I'll tell the color and all that there below. I don't remember exactly what the color is. It was shad color. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head what it was. It was a 3.8 inch size. I had 4.8s with me, but they were biting 3.8 pretty good, so I didn't feel like I had to upgrade. The other thing they were biting was a Ned rig, and you guys know my luck. I tied on a really long leader. I do that normally before multi-day tournaments. First or second time I got snagged, it like broke at my knot for my leader. I never had it do that, so I lost all my leader literally pretty quick, and I caught 3 or 4 fish on that too. They were all short, but you know, so that was a little frustrating, knowing I kind of had something that was going and I didn't have my leader line. I bought some at Bass Pro. I went to Bass Pro and bought some and just never got to tying it on. So day one was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, and it was encouraging because I knew I was around fish, and the things I was throwing were different than the guy in the front. And I was still catching fish. So I went to day two really optimistic, and it just never materialized. You know, I caught 2 shorts. One was on camera pretty early in the day. The other one wasn't on camera. I was pretty frustrated by that point. He caught he caught 1 keeper. He caught 2 fish total, 1 that just made the cut. I'm gonna be honest, the guy was a great guy, and I'm not saying this to bash him or anything. I just don't think we were around very many fish all day. I think some of the spots he fished, the fish had moved. I just didn't feel like we were around the same number of fish that I was the day before. So, you know, it was a tough blow. I dropped all the way like 235th in points. That's hard to swallow. But like I said, we've got 2 more tournaments in the Ozark division to make it happen. We win, we're in. We got the super tournament. We're fishing for money. And things like that. We're getting ready to take off on the Illini division. It is May 2nd right now, 20 days from Rend Lake opener. So I'm really excited for that tournament this year. I'm pretty prepped. I feel like I've got a lot of the gear I want already. Swim baits I think are gonna be a big deal there. Chatterbait. I'm gonna get some top waters that I'm gonna throw, and then throw in a lunker log and some stuff like that. But real quick, I wanted to highlight day one. We were in kind of shallower water, so I really didn't need it. I don't think I even took it out on the boat with me. But day 2, we were fishing 20 foot of water quite a bit of the day. So I threw this guy right here. This is the Googan Baits Recon. This is the regular Recon. It's a 12 to 14 foot, 8 to 12 foot diver. They have the Grande Recon. I didn't throw it in the mini Recon, but this was the one I threw in this exact color. I really like this color. This is the color, like we talked about, it looked like the peanut that Mary was catching all this fish on at the beginning of the year. This is what I caught that smallmouth there at the beginning of the day on. Really good shad color. This bait runs awesome. It's got great action, real smooth in the water, real good erratic action, really triggers those fish to bite. I am falling in love with Googan Products more and more. We've talked about, this is the mini banger, but we've talked about the banger. I got a bunch of flat bangers. I'll do like a little video showing you guys kind of some baits I bought. I got a box upstairs of flat bangers and stuff like that. But I'm just falling in love with more. You know, I talked about the Saucy swimmer. Here it is on the back of a clickbait. I love this little swim bait. I had never really fished with swim baits a whole lot until this year. I've thrown it now, just a plain swim bait. I've used it as my trailer primarily on everything, and I'm absolutely in love with their little swim bait. So that's a new partner for this year that was kind of a late addition, and we've basically switched over to almost using primarily only Googan products, and I am absolutely in love with everything they sell. I'll link Carl's Bait and Tackle below. You can find most of their stuff down there, but this little guy here, like I said, great little crankbait, 8 to 12 foot. The Grande Recon goes a little deeper. I had a hit on this, I don't think it was on camera or in the video, I just like this color and I like this crankbait. It's definitely a keeper. I'm gonna fish a little more and do a product review on it. But this was I threw this 80% of the day, day 2. I just couldn't get any fish. And like I said, I'm not sure we really were around any fish. So that's really my recap, guys. Like I said, I kind of highlighted them quick, but the other reason why this recap's just quick is I have flushed that tournament down the toilet. It's gone in my mind. Those 2 days do not exist. They were just long days, and I felt like day 1, all the fish were like within half an inch of being keepers. And I know there's nothing I could do because the guy in front of me wasn't catching bigger fish or anything like that. It was just, they were just short fish, and it really weighed on me. It was really hard and tiresome just to be that close. So I flushed that toilet. The Table Rock tournament's gone. We got to move on. We're looking at Rend. I'm excited for the time of year. So, but just like I said, I just wanted to get on here because I do want to do these little recap videos, but we are past that. We're looking forward to the Illini events and then Truman in June. I'm going to try to practice with Chad for this first one. The school year isn't quite over, so I'll still be busy. I'm at school, but hopefully I can get out there with him for at least one day at all possible. Real quick, before we close this video, I want to talk about an awesome company that I have started using that I'm absolutely in love with, and that's Recon. Recon makes wireless earbuds, like AirPods right there. They're magnetic in here. Absolutely love these little guys. They sound great, real lightweight. These are the performer ones. They've got the everyday ones that run about 80. These are about 120. Great little product, great sound quality. I really like the way they fit in my ear. And they come in this nice little case. The performer ones do, not the everyday, but the performers come in this case, charging case. They charge in the case, and I just charge up the case itself. And then when I'm putting it in there, see the red lights on there, they're charging. So guys, definitely check them out. I'll link these guys below. If they're out there watching this, partner with me, guys. I really like this. I'm going to start wearing them when I'm on the water, whether by myself or at tournaments, just putting one in, listening to a podcast or whatever that may be. But just, I like them. I've used them when I mow and stuff like that. I use them at work when I'm able to, like on my lunch break, to listen to music and stuff. So definitely check out Recon. I'll link them below. But guys, that's my recap for this last tournament. Like I said, we're going to wipe our memories from it. We're going to move on. We've got a big tournament coming up at Rend as we kick off the Illini division. I really feel like after my strong into last year, even though this year has not started at all the way I wanted it to,